So I'm gonna make this video, and it's gonna be being poor in Jamaica. What is like being poor in Jamaica versus being poor in America? And it's not being me picking on America. It's because I've lived in both countries equal part of my life. So being poor in Jamaica was here. Like we go to the rivers, the swimming in rivers, pick mangoes, you know, farmer food, and just simple. Sometimes you don't have any meat to eat, so you have to go catch a fish or kill a chicken, and that was being poor here. And when I was growing up being poor like that, I like, man, I can't wait to leave Jamaica. I'm so sick of these damn Jamaicans. They're not nice. The roads are so bad. It's so hot. It's rainy. I'm just really hate this country. And I said, I used to say to myself, any day I get a chance to go to America and never come back to Jamaica. Nobody could ever get me come to Jamaica. When I get on that plane and never come back to Jamaica, you couldn't tell me 20 years ago that I would have come back to Jamaica to live. Are you crazy? Who? Me? In Jamaica, walking barefoot in the hills, after I go to foreign? You must have lost your damn mind. Not me. But here we are. So what led to this? So I used to watch TV as a little girl, and I was like, oh, I just gotta go to America because everybody seems so happy. Remember those show, Moesha, everybody's so happy, buildings so big, the roads so clean, everybody eating pizza, everybody eating ice cream, everybody just laughing. So I spend so much money in the work program. Whatever it is, I just gotta get there. Whatever is over there, I just gotta get part of that. So I got my visa and I went over there. I got knocked over the first time I got there because everybody was like running. Everybody was so fast. Nobody was slowing down. Nobody would talk to you. I used to say, like, when people talk to me, I was like, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Don't call me ma'am. Don't call me sir. I'm old. Like, but that's how I was raised. Don't. So, okay, no more ma'am and sir. Forgive me. Then I used to work 2 jobs. And I get 2 jobs to work, send myself to school, to make a life, sleep on the floor, to build myself up. And I used to have this car, this old hoopty, as they call it. And one day I braked on the side of the road. And when I decided in the middle of the road, it was winter. And everybody was going around me. Move out of the road, you stupid mother. It was just cussing at me, flipping me out. And I was just crying in the middle of the road because I was like, why everybody so angry? Back in Jamaica, they would stop and ask me if I want gas. Is my battery died? In Jamaica, to help me. So everybody's like so angry. I just broke on the road. How bad can this be? So that's when I start waking up to reality that it's not everything you see on TV, and it's not really what it is. Then I realized I was catfish. I was catfish. But anyway, I could not find the nice people I see on TV, and I used to literally cry on the street. I used to walk and just cry on the street, just cried. I was so lonely, so depressed, so sad. I have nobody. And my son was only 2 years old, and then we were struggling until he reached like 4. And one day he said, Mom, why don't we just go back to Jamaica? I was like, no, son, we can't go back because I gave up my house there, and then we're not going back down as a broke down foreigner. So we ain't going, I'm just going to make it work here. And one day I went to school, and it was so hard, man. 2 jobs, I still have no money. I have no car, my car broke down. And I just went into the school that it was going, I just bust out crying. And this lady named Miss Spain, she said, come sit in my office. She was a student liaison, I think, counselor. She said, why are you crying? And I just burst out. I have no family here. I have no money. My car broke down. I have I'm sleeping on the floor in this apartment. And so she said, she gave me $10. And she said, go find out how much to fix your car. I'll lend you money to fix your car. And you could pay me back. So I found out how much to fix my car. It was $200. The alternator was bad. And the battery, drained the battery. So whatever, we fixed the car. I got my car back. And I was driving, and she said to me, she said, you know what you should do? Go down to social service office where they pay you. To, they give you money for housing and help you with your furniture and for food. So I went into the social service office and I parked my car. I did not know that you can't park your car certain places. I was just new in the country. So I went to the social service office. They gave me this list. They said to fill it out and fill it out, say I'm looking for 20 jobs. Get 20 employees to write that I went looking for a job. 20 employees to say I went looking for a job. All those 20 employees, once I get that filled out, I come back and they give me housing and food stamps and medical, all that stuff. I just have to pretend I'm looking for a job. So I said to the lady, I said, I don't want to go pretend looking for a job. I'm working. I just need help to get some stuff. She said, well, this is a procedure. Get it, pretend looking for a job, and we give you these things. So I went out and I went, I didn't take the form. I didn't want to take the form. I said, I'm not doing that. So they said, come back and speak to another counselor. I went back. I told the guy, I'm working. I just need help to get some furniture and probably get a better place to live. So they said, they gave me this card. It was a food stamps card. I don't know how we work at the time. My neighbor explained that to me afterwards. But he said, okay, we could give you a voucher for $400. So you have to use this voucher to get a house. So I went and I found this apartment. It was a suburb. It was like $800 for the apartment. So I said, hey, I found an apartment. It's $800 for it. So the 450 vouchers you're giving me, I could use that to make up my difference because I'm having a struggle to pay rent. He said, oh no, the rent has to be an equal of 450. Go have to find something. Have to be, you cannot make it up. It has to be equal to 450. So I started looking for a place in the 450. It was all in the drug infested area. It was in the hood, it's in the ghetto. And I said, I can't raise my kids like this. I can't accept this money to raise my son in this kind of area because it's free. So I didn't accept it. They said, well, I already get the food stamps. So I took the food stamps, the money, and I went home. And was so happy for the money. And I still kept rent my apartment, pay my $800. So all my money was going into rent. So I took the monthly food stamp was $420 they gave me. I went to Walmart and I picked up a bunch of stuff, but most of it was fruits, and a lot of it was soap and toothpaste and to wash my clothes. And when I ring up, never forget, this was 20-something years ago, the lady said, your balance is $134. I said, no, I got food stamps. She said, no, the food stamp doesn't pay for soap and dishwashing soap or toothpaste. It only pay for your food. So I said, how am I supposed to wash my ass and brush my teeth and wash my clothes? She said, honey, I don't know. That's what it covered. So I would get so mad, I just throw everything back. And I just left, and I just gave the food stamp away. Swear to God, I just gave it away. I was so pissed off. And then it was a snowstorm that night. And my car keeps sliding off the road. I have to drive like an hour away to work. And when I get there, my supervisor, name was Devin. He said to me, you're late, you're 5 minutes late. It was a blizzard almost. He said, you're 5 minutes late. I said, there was a snowstorm. I almost died coming here. He said, I don't care. Don't be 5 minutes late again. So after the food stamp scenario during the day, and me getting late to work, and I have no money from working 2 jobs, I just snapped. And I started crying, and I said, what is wrong with this country? I mean, you guys have no decency. I almost died coming here. I'm working 2 jobs. I'm broke. I have no money to feed my kid. I have no money to pay my bills. What is wrong? What is, you're not paying enough? You're talking to people like this. You got no appreciation. And I just like bust out crying. I was like, I want to go. I want to go home to Jamaica. I just want to go back home to Jamaica. I want to go back home. And he didn't even understand where it's coming from, just looking at me. And I said, you know what? I quit. They said, you know, screw your job. I quit. And I took my car and I went home to my apartment. And then I sat there and said, what is it? I'm missing something. I'm missing something. Why is it like this? And it hit me right there in my apartment on the floor that being poor in America or England and being poor in Jamaica is a completely different thing. That's the worst thing you can be is poor in this country. Nobody care about you. Nobody look for a poor person to help. It's just when you're poor here, I'm gonna give you a breadfruit or a banana and some peppers, and it come as a community. When you're poor there, you're nothing. That's just what I came to. You're poor in nothing. And so I make right there and then I never went looking for another job. I filed my tax return because it was about tax season. I told my landlord, listen, I'm going to be late for 2 months rent almost. Don't evict me. I was paid on time. But I file my tax. I filed my taxes, paid my first month, pay my rent, and I used the rest of my money to start my first business, which is a car dealership. And I moved out of my apartment, moved into my office, and I slept on my office floor, and I blew up $7 mattress from Walmart for a year, me and my son, until I built my business. Sometimes a person will see where you at, and it's like, I want what you have, and I want what you get, but they want me to sacrifice to get. I make a lot of sacrifice to get here, to get peace, and that's why everything I do, even these tiny homes that I'm selling, people say, you know, I want to buy 4 or 5, and they're selling out really fast. But it's not that. Is you have to be a decent person to come and live in my community, because I've been through a lot of shit in my life. And I keep saying that to these people, like, at some point you have to take a stand. I'm 42 years old. The remainder of my life is to me, for me to be happy. It's not about my kids. It's not about my man. It's about me and my happiness. It's what makes me happy. I'm doing for the remaining of my life. So this video, I hope anybody having a difficult time, hang on in there. Try to make some different moves. Try to figure something out, because sometimes the 95 situation is that you could do 95 for a while. And to add to it, once I get myself up and I start making money and I was somewhat successful, I have much better friends to help me to grow, because I was actually on a stepping stone to get somewhere. So people was more eager to help me, eager to talk. But as long as I was driving that old car and crying and miserable and yelling, nobody was there to help me. I was on my own, except that one lady. And everybody said, you know, go get a loan, go do this, go. I never got a loan to start my business. I built my business up from the little bit I have, step by step. Never borrow any money to build my business. I borrow money after I build my business to grow it, but never before that, because I never want to take on more than I can handle. So I hope this could help some people. You guys have a blessed Sunday.